Yo, what is going on, Bitcoin? I am back with another announcement. We continue to expand our Bitcoin-backed lending product at Strike. We now offer Bitcoin-backed loans in US dollars, Australian dollars, USDT, and now as of today, officially the euro. As always, when we announce something, I'm going to get on here, give a presentation, walk through it in detail, and make ourselves and our company accessible so you guys can have any comments, any questions, ask us anything you want. We work for you. So without further ado, let's go. Part of our mission, part of our vision at Strike is to be the global Bitcoin company. We think Bitcoin is the greatest innovation of our lifetimes, and we want to empower people all over the world with Bitcoin by selling high-quality Bitcoin financial services everywhere in every major currency. So this announcement is our next step in achieving that. We have become one of the leaders of Bitcoin-backed loans globally, and now we serve these Bitcoin-backed loans in dollars, USDT, euros, and Australian dollars. So if you want a Bitcoin-backed loan, go check your app, go update it in the App Store. We serve these loans globally. See if you are eligible in your region if we serve you just by opening the app. Now, before we get into detail, what is Strike Lending? Why would you want to use it? What's the innovation? What's the product? Well, it's pretty simple. You're able to use your Bitcoin as collateral, as pristine collateral, as digital property, as some people say, to get cash, to get a loan. So you can deposit Bitcoin onto Strike. You can buy Bitcoin onto Strike. And then we allow you to take a cash loan against that Bitcoin. It's the same thing as when you get a loan against your house, is when you get a loan against your stock portfolio. It's when you get a loan against anything. We at Strike are building and leading this market of getting a loan against your Bitcoin so that you can get cash. You know, real estate is compound annual growth rate's only like 4%. The S&P 500's compound annual growth rate is only like 12, 13%. Bitcoin's compound annual growth rate right now over the last 5 to 10 years is 50 to 60%. So if you can hold on to that Bitcoin, and if you need cash, instead of selling it, you can borrow against it, that's the dream. That's what we're empowering users to do, is that you can post your Bitcoin as collateral, you can get cash, and you don't have to sell it. You don't have to incur a taxable event. Why does this matter? What are some user stories? You guys can pause the video here and read the full email if you want. I'm not going to read the entire thing, but this is a user that's been staying humble, stacking sats, wanted to get a yard for his kid, wanted to make sure that his kid had room to play, did not want to part with this Bitcoin, did not want to sell those sats, knew that stacking sats and staying humble was important for his family's future. When we launched the lending product, this customer was enabled to borrow against the Bitcoin, keep stacking those sats, and put a down payment on a house so his kid has a yard to play in. That's what Strike enables. This user, I set my LTV to 37%. It was my old football number. I love that. Felt right. There are risks to taking out a Bitcoin-backed loan, obviously. I'm using a very small portion of my stack as collateral for a loan to pay off high-interest credit card debt. So we have users that are taking out these loans to pay off credit card debt, to put a down payment on a house, to finance an emergency surgery. I'll tell you guys how I use it. I live on Bitcoin. I live on Strike. Strike acts as if it's my bank account. How do I do it? One, I get all my paychecks to Strike, and they're converted 100% into Bitcoin. So I get paid in Bitcoin, and Strike offers that service with no fees. There's no fees if you want to get paid in Bitcoin. Now, the Bitcoin that I have on Strike, I have a little smaller percentage of my overall stack on Strike. I borrow against that. So I'm getting cash, and I use that cash to pay bills. Okay. So I use the get paid in Bitcoin direct deposit feature. I borrow against a stack of Bitcoin on Strike to get cash, and then the bills I'm paying are my credit card bills. So how do you live on Bitcoin, Jack? How do you pay for things like Whole Foods? How do you pay for things like an Uber? Well, on my credit card. And so I run up a credit card bill every month. I pay that credit card bill off with Strike. I have an HOA. This empty closet, I have an HOA on this empty closet. I own the closet, but I have to pay a monthly homeowner's HOA. I pay that with Strike. My ComEd bill, my electricity bill is with Strike. Any taxes I owe, like property taxes, I pay with Strike. And then at the end, inside of Strike, I can refinance at the click of a button. So I'm constantly stacking sats with my paycheck. The number of Bitcoin I own is constantly going up. And then the Bitcoin on average is also going up, going up, going up. I'm borrowing against that. So Strike starts at 9.5% APR. I use the payment at maturity, so I don't owe any monthly interest. I just owe principal at the end, and at the end, I refinance. And if Bitcoin takes a dip, I'm able to add more collateral. If Bitcoin grows, I'm able to take excess collateral off the platform. And this is the pristine, perfect way for me to live on Bitcoin, and it's powered by the ability to borrow against it, is to create a cash event, create a liquidity event. Give me cash against the Bitcoin without selling it, without incurring a taxable event. So my stack only grows. So let's walk through the actual product so you guys can see just how amazing it is and how we compare to the rest of the market. First and foremost, there are no credit checks. This is a collateralized loan. So we don't need to know anything about you. We don't need to know where you went to school. We don't need to know what you do for work. We don't care. We're not interested in knowing that. As long as the Bitcoin is in the app anywhere in the world. I think we're the only financial institution that can give a loan to someone in Africa, in Europe, in Latin America, in America. They're all treated the same. If you have Bitcoin on the platform, you are eligible for a loan. Second, no rehypothecation. We play no funny games at Strike. We are principled Bitcoiners. This service is built by Bitcoiners for Bitcoiners. There is no rehypothecation. You can pay your bills, as I mentioned, so people are able to borrow against their Bitcoin and automatically pay their bills within the app. You can use the proceeds to buy more Bitcoin. So we have customers that are borrowing against their Bitcoin to add a little leverage and buy some more. You can instantly withdraw the cash proceeds. So we have customers that are able to borrow against their Bitcoin, and there is cash in their bank account to pay for a mortgage, to pay for an emergency surgery, to pay off credit card debt in seconds. The underappreciated part about Strike is we are a financial services company. So we have the integrations into banks. We have a brokerage service. We have RTP and instant withdrawals. We have remittance services. So this loan feature is plugging in to a suite of products that are built all on our own infrastructure. We have all of our own licenses. We do everything ourselves. Next, refinancing the loan. Again, you can go into Strike, and at the click of a button, you can refinance your loan. So folks like me, I actually rarely, if ever, am paying off the loan entirely. I'm constantly rolling my loans forward with refinancing. And then last, you can withdraw extra collateral. So if the Bitcoin price is going down, you can add collateral whenever you want. If the Bitcoin price goes up and you're severely over collateralized, your LTV is now 20%, 10%, 5%, you can take the extra collateral off the platform. It is not locked there for good. Extremely dynamic platform. As far as managing your loans, it could not be more simple. We have the Strike Standard, which is beautiful design, beautiful user experience. We think Bitcoin should be beautiful. It should be easy. It should be empowering. And so you're able to log into your loan dashboard inside the app and see the health of the loan, the collateral of the loan, when a margin call would occur, everything you need to know, the refinancing tool, how to add more collateral, how to withdraw excess collateral. It's all self-manageable inside the app. And if you need to call us, if you need to contact our customer support, we are here. Last, the market has crashed recently. There was a $20,000 12-hour Bitcoin candle. And we saw some people reach out on Twitter and say, how many people did you margin call? How many liquidations? Zero. This is an incredible product. We focus on engineering, trustworthiness, reliability, transparency. We do not offer shit coins. We do not stretch ourselves thin and get distracted with any other effort. We are here very simply to focus on Bitcoin-backed loans and Bitcoin financial services in servicing the Bitcoiner. This is an incredibly well-built platform. We are so proud that our customers actually, on average, LTV starts closer to 40% than the 50% we allow. So this is not a degenerate platform. This is not a highly leveraged shitcoin casino. This is a Bitcoin financial service that is empowering Bitcoiners to have a better life because they're saving in Bitcoin. The terms, what are our terms? We have two different types of loans. We have payment at maturity and we have monthly payments. Monthly payments, you know exactly what that is. You take out a loan, you owe us interest on that every single month. You make your monthly payment, the loan goes on. Payment at maturity, this is the one I use. This is innovative. This is clever. I'm a huge fan of this product. In fact, it's our most popular loan type by far. Payment at maturity takes the interest, rolls it into the principal. You don't owe any monthly payments until the very end. So if you take out a 12-month loan, you owe us nothing. You don't have to talk to us. Enjoy your life for the next 12 months. At the end of the 12 months, you owe us the principal and the interest. That's it. And so what I do is at the end of the 12 months, I hit the refinance button. Maybe I need to deposit a little bit more Bitcoin. Maybe Bitcoin's gone on a run. I hit the refinance button and I roll it forward. Okay. So these are the two types of loans. Now, what are the terms? We start at 9.5% for the monthly and 10.5% for payment at maturity. And it depends on the size of your loan. So obviously, if you do more business with us, the terms get more favorable. That's how we roll in all of our products. We want you to do your Bitcoin stuff with us. And the more you do with brokerage, the cheaper your buy fees, right? The more you do with lending, the same. Our LTV is 50%. As I mentioned, you can collateralize it as much as you want. We have customers that start LTV at 25%. The average is actually closer to 40%. But we will allow 50% LTV initially. There's zero origination fees, guys. So sometimes people say, we have terms similar to Strike. Yeah, but you have a 2% origination fee. There's zero origination fee, zero early repayment fee, zero liquidation fee. We offer one fee. The rate you're getting for this loan is the only time we make money. That's it. We are an extremely profitable business. We are a high growth business. We make money in all sorts of other areas of our company. This is not our only service. I am very passionate about this product. This is the most utility focused product we've launched at scale that is working. I am incredibly passionate on making Bitcoin useful in everyone's life. And if Bitcoin can help people get a yard for their kid, finance an emergency surgery, get rid of their credit card debt, get rid of their student loans, I want this product to work for everybody. And so we have waived any and all fees except for the rate we're charging. And we focus so hard on getting that as low as possible. So make sure when you're comparing services, you understand we charge one fee. There are no hidden fees, no other fees, not even on a liquidation. And then we also offer up to 5 loans at a time. So we've seen customers that are starting to hack this product together like it's a line of credit, which we're also working on. But that's besides the point. That's not today's announcement. The point is you can take up to 5 loans. And if you need help managing them, if you need a 6th just for a second, you can just contact us. But the point is ultimate flexibility. You can manage them all in the app. I currently, as I'm talking to you, I have 3 open right now. And I open and close. I'm refinancing all the time. Like I said, Strike acts as if it's my bank account. I get my paychecks in Bitcoin. I'm able to pay my bills with Strike. I'm able to borrow against my savings that are growing 50 to 60%. I mean, that's a high yield savings account if I've ever heard one. It's an incredible, incredible product. Now, if you are a whale, if you're a business in the Netherlands and you need a 10 million euro loan and you want to talk to someone on the phone and make sure you're doing it the right way, we're here. We have a Strike private concierge white glove service. We have private clients that call us and they talk to Bitcoiners, representatives that are there for whatever they need. It is private@strike.me. Reach out to us. We are more than willing to get on the phone, get on a Zoom, get on a Google Meet, get on a FaceTime, and just we're here to help. The whole point of our existence is to empower people through Bitcoin. So if you are doing a large order, if you need personal help, if it would make you more comfortable being on the phone, being able to ask questions, make sure that everything's going well, give us a call, reach out to us, private@strike.me. And that's all I got, guys. Our goal, now this isn't the current state, but this is the inevitable state. Our goal is to be the global Bitcoin company. We continue to expand. So today we have dollar, USDT, AUD, and now the euro as Bitcoin-backed loan currencies. We're going to keep our head down. We're going to keep pushing. We will not stop until hyper-Bitcoinization. We will not stop until we color in this map fully And that's us at Strike. As I mentioned, you ask me whatever you want. Give me all the comments, the good, the bad, the ugly. You guys can't hurt my feelings because that's not the point. The point is we work for you. We're promoting Bitcoin adoption together. So with that, much love. I'm excited to see how you guys empower your lives with the product. I'll see you all on the internet. Peace.